Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing fine. It's been a year I haven't been to any YouTube sessions. So now decided to delve with the classes. So here's the question. Two trains leave a railway station at the same time. The first train travels due west, and the second train due north. The first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. If after 2 hours they're 50 km apart, then answer the following questions. Find the speed of the second train. Find the speed of the first train. If after 1 hour, what is the distance between the two trains? So basically, it's a question from quadratic equation mathematics for class 10. You'll generally find such type of questions in class 9 physics also. So before we proceed with the problem, let's analyze the question and draw a schematic diagram. Okay, two trains. Okay, fine. Solution. Generally, while starting a numerical problem, we just write the given data, like what are the data given, like any speed, distance, or time. But in this question, no data is mentioned like systematically. They've just mentioned the time, that is after 2 hours here. And they have mentioned that the first train travels 5 kilometers per hour faster than the second train. So we can assume the speed of the second train be x kilometer per hour, and then we can proceed with the problem. So let's draw a schematic graph sketch. So here's the railway station. Two trains leave a railway station. Let's name it as O. At the same time, the first train travels due west. West meaning it goes here like this. First train, we can name this train as A. Train A, that's west. And the second train due north, like this, north. We can name this train as B, train B. So A and B are two trains as per questions. The first train travels 5 km faster than the second train. So we assume the speed of the second train be x kilometer per hour. Number one, let us assume the speed of the second train be x kilometer per hour due west, since it's going west in this direction, the left direction. So what would be the speed of the first train? It's 5 km faster. Therefore, speed of the first train due north, that would be 5 km per hour faster, meaning than the second train, meaning x plus 5. So that would be x plus 5 kilometer per hour. Okay. If after 2 hours they are 50 kilometer apart, now after 2 hours A came in at this point and B came at this point. Those are the coordinates. So they are 50 kilometer per hour like this. Distance between the two trains is 50 kilometer per hour. That's the distance. Now it becomes a right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. Later we'll use that. Okay. Now they have asked to find out speed. Okay. Now what is the distance? We know the formula for distance is speed multiplied by time. So distance, therefore, distance traveled by the first train. What is the distance here? OA. OA is the distance. So OA What's the formula for distance? Speed multiplied by time. Time is given here 2 hours. It's given 2 hours. Specifically, they have mentioned in the question it's 2 hours. So we'll write speed, that is x into 2. So twice x kilometer. Okay. Now, what is the distance traveled by the second train? Therefore, distance traveled by the second train, that is OB. OB is the distance here now. So OB. So we write same as speed multiplied by time. Speed multiplied by time. Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. So what is the speed here? It's x plus 5. X plus 5. Time is 2 hours. So twice into x plus 5 kilometer. Okay, so we can write as twice x plus, what is 2 multiplied by 5? That gives us 10 kilometer. Okay, now let's divide the section so I can solve the sum this side. So we can use Pythagoras theorem and find out the values of x. So from triangle OAB using one and only Pythagoras theorem, when we get a right angle triangle using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so AB is the hypotenuse, the longest side of the right angle triangle. OA is the base and OB is the perpendicular. We know that according to Pythagoras theorem, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the perpendicular and the base. So we can write as AB. AB is the hypotenuse. AB square is equal to perpendicular. That's OB. OB is the perpendicular. OB square plus the base. Base is OA. OA square. What's AB? It's given in the question 50 kilometer. So let's write 50 whole square. What is OB? We have found out OB is nothing but twice x plus 10. Okay, twice x plus 10 whole square plus, what's OA? OA is twice x. It's twice x. Twice x whole square. Okay, 50 whole square. 5 times 5, 25. So 50 whole square will be 2500. Okay. Now, twice x plus 10 whole square. That's a plus b whole square. We can use the algebraic identity. A plus b whole square gives a square plus b square plus twice ab. We can use the identity which we have learned in class 8 and 9 also. So a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus twice ab, 2 into twice x multiplied by 10, plus what is twice x whole square? 2 times 2 gives 4, x square, x square. We can write this as x square. Next, we continue the problem. Now 2500 gives, what is twice x whole square? 2 times 2, 4, 4x square plus, what is 10 square? 10 times 10 gives 100. That's 100 plus, now 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 10, 40. So 40x plus 4x square. Okay. 2500 gives, what is 4x square plus 4x square? We take the like terms together. Now we take the like terms together. 4x square plus 4x square will give us 8x square plus 40x plus 100. Okay, 100. Now we continue the problem. We take 2500 this side, so we can solve it. We can factorize it. So 8x square plus 40x plus 100. Now 2500, it's plus, so it goes there and becomes minus. minus 2500. Now we simplify it equals to 0. 8x square plus 40x. Now 2500. Okay, 100 minus 2500 will give us minus 2400 is equal to 0. So 8x square, 40x, and 2400. Of course, we can take common. There are common factors in this. So what's the common factor? 8 is a factor of 8. Now we can also say 8 is also 8 is also a factor of 40 because 8 times 5 will give us 40. 8 multiplied by 5 will give us 40. 2400. In this case, 8 is also a factor of 2400 because 8 times 3 give us 24. So of course we can take common here. So let's take 8 common. It becomes, its factorization is very important for class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Factorization is a must. So x square plus 5x minus 300 equals to 0. Now, in the next step, 8 goes below 0. Okay, it's a style of equation, solving equation. So it becomes x square plus 5x minus 300 gives 0 divided by 8 gives us 0. Now comes the middle term factorization. It's very important. Let's take the coefficient of x square and the constant term. Okay, so I might do rough here just for the calculation purpose. So before x square there is nothing, 1, and it's and here it's 300. So write 300. So we can divide. How can we divide 300 in terms of its factors? So we can write as we know that 30 15 times 2 gives us 30. So we can also write 15 multiplied by 20. 15 multiplied by 20 gives 300. What is 20 minus 15? It's 5. We have found out the middle term factors. So x square plus 5 we can write as 20 minus 15. 20 minus 15, x minus 300 gives 0. X square plus 20 times x, 20x minus 15 times x, 15x minus 300 equals to 0. Okay. Next, so we take the common factors x square and 20x. We take x out. X plus 20. In this case, we can take minus out. 15, and with 15 and 300, we can take 15 out. 15 out. Now, inside the brackets, we can keep x plus 20 equals to 0. Let's write x plus 20 into x minus 15 is equal to 0. We use the quadratic equation method to solve this. Since it's a question for quadratic equation, we used by using the Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, either x plus 20 gives 0 or x minus 50 gives 0. X is equal to minus 20. Here, x is equal to 15. We cannot take minus 20. We have assumed the speed of the second train be x kilometer per hour. Now, speed is if we consider physics, speed is a scalar quantity, and scalar quantity can never be negative. So x can never be negative. Since it's a scalar quantity, it's speed. So we'll write here rejected. Of course, we'll write here rejected, and this is accepted. But don't write accepted because it's an accepted value. It's positive. So therefore, we can write the speed of the speed of the second train. Therefore, speed of the second train is equal to 15 kilometer per hour. We have got the speed of the second train as 15 kilometer per hour. Now we have finished Roman 1. Let's do Roman 2. Find the speed of the first train. Let's find out the speed of the first train. 2. Therefore, speed of the first train is equal to, what was the condition? X plus 5 kilometer per hour. So it's of course 15, x is 15, so 15 plus 5 kilometer per hour. 15 plus 5 kilometer per hour. That's what? 20 kilometer per hour. We have got the speed of the first train. Let's check the third condition. After 1 hour, what is the distance between the trains? After 1 hour. In the question, it was given after 2 hours. Now, what if after 1 hour, after 1 hour, what is the distance between the trains? So, after 1 hour, the time is 1 hour, and we have got the answers 15 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometer per hour. See, that's the map. Okay, after 1 hour, the speed was 15 kilometer per hour that we have got here, and in this case we have got second train. Yeah, in this case we have got 20 kilometer per hour. Okay, so meaning after 1 hour, in 1 hour the distance traveled is 20 kilometer, and in this case in 1 hour the distance traveled is 15 kilometer. 15. So we can write here distance as 20 kilometer, and in this case distance as 50 kilometer, 15 kilometer. Let's do the third problem. After 1 hour, what is the distance? We again use the Pythagoras theorem to find out the distance between the trains. Here's the train A and here's the train B. So using Pythagoras theorem, okay, AB square, let's just give as O, just as before. AB square is equal to OB square plus OA square. Let's find out AB. Okay, AB square is equal to, what's OB? That's 15 square, plus what's OA? That's 20 square. Okay, so AB square is equal to 15 square. 15 times 15 is 225. 225 plus 20 times 20, that's 400. 20 square, 400. Okay, so AB is equal to, now it's square, it goes there, becomes root over. So plus minus root over, what is 225 plus 400? That's 625. Now AB is equal to plus minus, what is 625? Of course we know 25 times 25 gives 625. It's a class 10 question. I hope every student knows the square root of 625. That's 25. 25 square, 25 times 25 gives 625. So 25 square AB is equal to plus minus 25. We can write plus 25, the other is minus 25. But distance can never be negative, so we cannot take minus 25. That is also rejected. Rejected. Okay? Therefore, distance between the trains. Distance between the trains. 25 kilometer. That's how we solve a case study, big question. It's definitely a 4-mark, 5-mark question. So a question like this comes in board examination as well, and also into a pre-boards examination. And also this is very helpful for your Olympiad examinations, Science Olympiad Foundation, SOF. I hope you have enjoyed watching the problem. So this is how we delve a question like this. First, you have to finish with a rough sketch, that is a diagram. Then we write the given data, but since there are no data given specifically, they mention only time, so we assume the data to be some variables like that, like x or y. Then we solve the problems by looking at the question. If it's a quadratic equation, we solve question like this. If it's not, then there are some other methods to solve. Okay, this is for today. Bye.